There it is. Like, what is he doing? I was looking for the camera. Welcome back to the channel, you guys. Hey, you know I like to act silly. We like to have fun. We'll do anything to make you smile, but overall, we're gonna have a good time talking about Corvette, sharing stories about you, market information. We're not afraid to tell it like it is, so I hope you enjoy that type of approach. Wow, what a difference a day makes. I mean, filming yesterday, hot, I'm sweaty, oh my gosh. It felt like August at the end of September, and today there's a 25-degree difference. But it's that crisp morning air. Okay, so we're not here to do weather reports. You know, it's funny, I'll get a lot of people that either will tease me or will compliment me on my Corvette tire, my pins, you know, whatever the case may be. Well, here's a couple of new pieces for you that'll be coming into the wardrobe. Yes, I just bought these from the National Corvette Museum. Corvette socks. Those are pretty cool. Check this out. Now this, I don't know when I'll wear it, but I wanted to have it because I haven't had one in a long time, and I don't think they really made one in a long time. Aha, how do you like that? Nice. This is a beautiful silk C7 Corvette tie. I think the last Corvette tie I have is like a C5 logo. I mean, nobody's really made a nice tie in a long time. The only reason it'll prevent me from wearing this anytime soon is because then I'll have to display my bald ass head. Still a little self-conscious about that. I'm excited I get to wear a hat and what have you, but I do like the tie. So it might be coming up for you in a future vlog. We'll see. You can't wear a nice sport coat in a tie like that with a baseball cap. So I wear a baseball cap all the time. I mean, all the time. My wife's like, "You ever gonna stop wearing that hat?" Ah, you know, I'm comfortable with my hat. Plus, it takes 10 years off me. I love it when Corvette is in the national spotlight, is in the news, what have you, on a TV show. Just recently, on The Voice, the National Corvette Museum was mentioned. Check this out.
I say, hold on! I told you not to turn around, Blake.
That's true. She warned you, man. I listened to her.
Next time, listen.
I had to wait till she was looking at you to hit my button.
You tricked me.
The chair was afraid. It was like, oh my God, I heard it go.
Hey, Blake. Wake up, man. It's time for you to talk.
What season is this? Where are you from, Cheyenne?
Bowling Green, Kentucky.
You know what's in Bowling Green, Kentucky?
Oh, Lord.
The National Corvette Museum.
Why does he know this?
Is in Bowling Green. You ever been there?
Yes.
That's
I've
pretty
been
cool,
there.
isn't it?
Now that I know and I want to share that information with you, and just when I'm sharing pictures, I'm always concerned in how they're perceived with you as far as what you're viewing us on, and I said I didn't know. Well, now I know. I was able to dig into my YouTube channel, and they give us this information right here. So I know for a fact that 35% of you are watching us right now on your computers. 31% of you watch us on a mobile phone, 18% watch us on a tablet, 14% on a TV. I better stand back. It freaking scares me, man. Yeah, I did. And 2% of you watch us on game systems. Here's some other neat tidbit stuff I want to share with you, and again, this thanks to my buddy at Corvette Blogger. Regarding BlackrOse Corvettes, we know that they were only produced for 2 months in 2018. Here's what they made: 92 Stingrays, 78 Grand Sports, and 40 Z06s. Just in case you were wondering, BlackrOse was brought back in 2017, so what they made in 17 was 544 Stingrays, 465 Grand Sports, 324 Z06s. So altogether for what they made in 2017 and just those 2 months of 2018, 1,552 BlackrOse Corvettes. And I do have one left in stock in a Grand Sport, just in case anybody's looking. Just saying. So as I continue to grow here on YouTube, I gotta thank you all so much for your compliments and your support. It really means a lot. I think we are onto something just a little bit different and something special. Well, for me, it's a great compliment and what an honor to get mentioned from a successful YouTuber just recently. Chuck from Corvettes 918, he gave us a little shout out.
But what I would recommend doing is if you're really thinking about buying a Corvette, and maybe you live in an area, maybe a smaller town, you know, you don't have any major Corvette dealerships near you, make sure you jump online, check out, I mean, there's a few of them that you guys have told me about that you have bought cars from. Rick Conti, who sells Corvettes out of Ohio. I know it's really easy to go down to your local Chevy dealership, and I know we want to support our local dealers, but a lot of them, you know, when a Chevy dealership only has, you know, 4, maybe 5 Corvettes on their lot, you know, a lot of times you're even going to find salesmen that don't know enough about these cars.
Hey Chuck, I really appreciate that. Thanks for the shout out and the link and all that good stuff. I think you do a great job sharing you as a Corvette owner and then still drawing in the entire lifestyle. That's fantastic. And don't be surprised, my man. Don't be surprised if you don't see me show up in Oklahoma and we'll hang out for an afternoon. So that's probably going to happen sooner than you think. Thank you again. Okay guys, thanks a lot for joining us for this part of the vlog, and it's more just from the heart, from the gut, talking about current marketplace on the Corvette. And of course, the thing that's on everybody's mind and the topic of conversation all over social media, all over different magazine websites, and in the magazines is the ZR1 Corvette. Told you before, I'm not calling it a 2018 anymore. I think for all intents and purposes, that is a 2019 car. Well, the questions still remain as far as more intricate details as far as what the car is, but more importantly, when the car is going to be revealed. Okay, so we've passed the threshold of all the major events that we're thinking about. I don't think it's going to be at Road Atlanta. I think, and we talked about this before, I think the next venue where it had an opportunity to be revealed would be the Los Angeles Auto Show, and that comes up at the end of November as far as the media days, and then December for the kickoff for the public. You know, and General Motors hasn't done anything out there in a long time, so that, you know, that's a possibility. But again, I still fall back on Detroit as being the big daddy of car shows, because that's where you see the most concepts. You're in Detroit, Michigan. So that show, I think, makes a lot of sense as far as that type of a debut. I don't think that they would wait as long as February for the Chicago Auto Show, where they actually revealed the 07 pace car and the Ron Fellows car for Z06 back then. Chicago Auto Show is pretty cool though, but I don't think they're going to wait that long. I think with all the recent spy shots that we're seeing, here's a couple for you right now, show you up on the page. You can see some detailed shots of this yellow one. You know what cracks me up though when you see this yellow ZR1 at the gas station? I said, come on, General Motors, do you guys not have a gas pump at the proving grounds that you've got to go out in the public and just, we left empty and we're just going to stop here and get gas? Really? Is that, I mean, to me that makes me scratch my head going, okay, this is a plant. Oh, please don't take my picture. Yeah, they want to take the picture, get the press. You're getting the press, but look at the pictures of this hood. I've talked about before, hey, maybe it's a 2-piece hood. Probably not a 2-piece hood, but as you look closely, this is probably the best shot we've had of the hood so far by the time this vlog is up, is it looks like, you know, and it's hard to see because of the camo, but it looks like to me that it is almost going to be an exposed supercharger. I mean, we anticipate it's going to be a supercharger, but doesn't it look like that? And doesn't it look familiar, almost like taken from the Callaway program? How they have their supercharger up above the hood a little bit for cooling and what have you. So that's a possibility we'd have to see. But what I really like too is this notch, and how right in that center part of the hood where it drops down, it's a big 90-degree angle. So real angular, real aggressive, real exotic, and I think we're going to see that continue. That started in 2014 on Stingray, right here into the 2019 ZR1. Because we've been looking at these spy shots, you've been looking at some of the video from Nürburgring for the last year, some folks at this point, and I've got a lot of customers that'll call me and say, hey man, what's going on? And they're getting frustrated. Hey, let me tell you this, don't get frustrated. Just because we now know that the car's coming, the frustration part is General Motors hasn't officially said, yes, it's coming. The one thing I noticed though is that, remember when we acknowledged it here on this channel, hey, we saw the stamp of ZR1 on the wheel. So the next series of shots you saw, there was black tape over that spot. Well, the recent shots of that yellow one at the gas station, you can see here, well, there's no tape anymore on that. So I think that, and there's less camo on the car. So I think the car's closer than we think. So don't be frustrated. It's definitely worth the wait. And I would have to say this too, you want it done right? okay. I'm surprised all the people on the Corvette team have not ripped their hair out because people just push and push. Hey, what's next? What's next? What's next? Yeah, there's always something coming to the hopper, and it seems that automobile stuff moves faster than other things. Probably not as fast as computers and iPhones and all that kind of stuff. But at the same token, I don't want you guys to be frustrated. I want you to enjoy. I want you to slow down and maybe enjoy life just a little bit. And I'm not trying to lecture. But I mean, think about this. I mean, some of you people are like, oh, hey, the Stingray's been out for so long, and I got the Grand Sport, blah, 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 and they kind of discard this car. Really? Why would you? If you've not even had an opportunity to experience this car, sit in one, drive one, well then and if you're a Corvette lover and you think you're going to be a Corvette lover, well, you're cutting yourself short by not doing so. You're not appreciating what's right in front of you. Get there, and especially right now. The production was a little bit high in my opinion, and we've talked about that before. So what has that done? Hey, you've got more inventory, prices come down, there's some great, crazy deals for you guys. So save some money, get the car, and enjoy the car, and enjoy the reward that is for you in this particular time in your life. Hey, I feel your frustration too. I'm ready for that car right now too, always ready for what's next. But I know it's coming soon, so I'm getting excited, kind of getting giddy again, doing all I can to secure my freelance stuff where I'm doing some radio reporting to be at this media event, whether it's in Los Angeles. I hope it's not Los Angeles, because that would be, oh man, that's at the end of November, and it's the end of the month, that's just tough. And right after Thanksgiving, yeah, that's real tough. But I promised you guys I would make every effort to be at that show when it's revealed, to give you a different perspective, an inside perspective, instead of what's just in the showy media stuff, right? So I'm still committed to that, just we gotta wait and find out when they're gonna do it. Sorry, I had to get a drink. Let me talk about this too in the marketplace. I alluded to this in another vlog. I don't like that which generated a lot of phone calls. It's been a little frustrating where Automobile Magazine alluded that, well, coming up in January in Detroit, they're going to have not only the ZR1 reveal, we're going to have the mid-engine reveal right next to it. Really? I'm a marketing guy, and after 22 years, you kind of see the flow and the theme and how GM's been doing this as far as their progression. And I know how they, like to keep us off their back a little bit, so they'll come out with something, every year there's like a thing. I think with ZR1, once they get it out, they're gonna go, whoo, and then use that to marketplace. Here's my question, because I think in the timeline, I think that you were looking at, as we're approaching, knocking on the door on the C8 generation, well, you're looking at either 2020 or 2021, in my opinion, as I said before. So I'm thinking, okay, so then they want to get this car out so they can at least milk it for a 1-year or possibly a 2-year scenario. At least get their money back for all the R&D that they've done on the ZR1 and countless trips over to the Nürburgring ring, so they got to get that money back by us buying the car. So I still think in my heart, now it'd be cool if the ZR1 was a 1-year only car, but I think that's going to be a 2-year car. After that, I think as far as how everything goes is you're going to see then the release of the mid-engine Zora car is what we anticipate, and then you'll jump into the 8th generation Corvette, where I think that's where things got off track a little bit, where we've talked about this before the vlog. Automobile Magazine made a mention, and they said, well, the mid-engine car is going to be, what was it, $60,000, $70,000 or something like that, like way off where I think it's actually going to be. And I think what that is once the C8 is introduced, we think there's going to be a budget mid-engine car, and then there's going to be the regular platform like we have now. But in regards to the Zora car, that mid-engine car, again, I had my rant a long time ago in the wintertime, and I'm just telling you, with the respect to Zora, with the efforts and the money that you have spent, Chevrolet, you can't blow this. You've got to make that the once-in-a-lifetime badass Corvette, the ultimate rock star. And if it's a 1-year only deal, it's a 1-year only deal, but it'll be something that'll go down in history. And think about this, Chevrolet, because I know sometimes you guys watch. Welcome. You guys, too, will go down in history for doing that. And then take what you've learned from the development of that car, and then yes, it comes into the budget mid-engine car and all that kind of stuff. Here's another rumor that I heard, and I'll throw this out here too so you guys can talk about it. Somebody has told me they're looking at, for the C8 car, and I don't know if this will be for the Zora car or something else, twin-turbo V6 has come into the conversation. Say what? I'll just leave it at that for now, because we've definitely got some time. So back to what Automobile Magazine said, I don't see from a marketing standpoint how that benefits General Motors from, blowing this up on the ZR1 and blowing up a mid-engine car. I mean, you know, then what are they going to talk about? I mean, I think they can continue to space that, have a progression, have an anticipation for the marketplace, screw around with our emotions with more spy shots. I mean, yeah, you get all excited on that stuff, and then you're just like, okay, so, you know, when's the car coming? But, you know, that's all part of the game. I guess that's part of the mystique and something that has been inbred to Corvette marketing for years and years and years. And don't kid yourself. Those gas station shots, those are plants, man. Those are plants, because it's been so long and so many of you are frustrated and say, hey, let's go, man. Let's go right now. Slow down. It's closer than you think. Good things are worth the wait, right? Right. Well, folks, as the sun sets on yet another vlog, I've had a lot of fun keeping you informed, keeping you entertained, and I'm so glad that you're here. Hey, a couple of you made some really cool comments lately, and I appreciate that. They said, hey, you know what? I think this channel has great content. I really enjoy it. It deserves more subscribers. You know what? I think it does too. In fact, after the closing here, I've got a new slide at the very end of the video with an easy click subscribe button, so check that out. As the sun sets, I don't know what it is with me at the sunsets. I really enjoy sunsets, and we don't have a really good view here right now. And what stinks is it's just after 7 o'clock, and usually the sun was setting around 7:45, which was early for me, but now it's after 7, barely. And you can see the sun is going down. Oh my gosh, what a bummer. But when you get a little bit of clouds up there, it really makes for a little more dramatic sunset. But we had a great one the other night. And it was weird how those creative juices kind of hit you. And I'm driving to the store with my family, and it's like I wanted to just pull off to the side of the road. I didn't have my camera with me. My iPhone doesn't take really good pictures of the sunset, so I wasn't able to, and this was a beautiful one. I wasn't able to capture that one for you. It was like real orangey. It was like the whole freaking sky. Oh my gosh, it was gorgeous. Hey, we got a great sunset when I was in California, and I know I talked about it, and I've yet to share that portion of the vlog because we've just been busy. We've got some other things going on, but that is coming up as soon as I have time to go through 4 days of editing. We do have a lot of fun stuff coming up, so thank you again for your participation. Remember, if you're going to stop dreaming and you're going to start driving, well, I want to be your guy. I want to earn your business, and I want to be a part of your Corvette family. Thanks for watching.